This is video number 1 of Succeeding at the Piano, the why and the how. So you might be asking yourself, why did Dr. Marley list rhythm as the number 1 area of study in succeeding at the piano? It's because the way that we teach rhythm will solidify a student's success. If not taught correctly in the beginning, students will always have issues with their counting and feeling a steady pulse. Students must internalize the rhythm from the very, very beginning. It's not enough to have a student just clap a rhythm when seated at the piano. And it's definitely not a good idea to have students sight read new pieces that they are going to practice during the week, because they end up playing notes incorrectly and they use poor fingering and they start to cultivate a start and stop syndrome throughout a piece because they have difficulty counting out loud while focusing on fingering and the notes. This start and stop syndrome is a very difficult habit to break. So the teaching of rhythm must be systematic. Rhythm must be felt from the top of the head to the very tips of the toes. We have to get our students up and moving to feel the beat. They must march and step and sway to the beat. They need to clap, tap, and snap to the beat. And they can point to the notes in a piece in rhythm while you're playing that piece. Speak the words or lyrics of the piece in rhythm. Even if your students are too young to read, speak or sing the words for them so that they understand the sing-songy phrasing that lyrics provide. Remember that the rhythm of any piece or exercise must be completely accurate and internalized before the student plays any piece. As you can observe in my tutorials, every pre-reading piece is taught in rhythm just to start the students off on a good foot. And then, of course, every single piece thereafter is taught in rhythm. The objective of all rhythmic activities is to produce easy flow and a steady rhythm. If rhythm is glossed over and is combined with the reading of the notes too soon, then what happens? Let's review. First of all, students can't count correctly. Secondly, they don't get used to counting out loud. Thirdly, they get confused between what finger numbers are and what is the counting. Number 4, they can't focus on what the notes are at the same time. And number 5, they get mixed up between 3/4 and 4/4 time, which is really quite ridiculous if we have them internalize the rhythm and clap, tap, snap, move to the beat in any way before they play their pieces. What is happening to these dear children? Too many facets of playing the piano are going on all at once. Therefore, if we focus on one aspect of making music at a time, the student will be very successful, and the success must begin with accurate rhythm. The quarter note rest is not introduced until grade 1A of the method. And you might ask, Dr. Marley, why wait to teach a basic quarter note rest? It's because we must make sure that the skill of learning the basic note values are firmly understood by our students before moving on. Another pedagogical reason for waiting for rest is because students' earliest encounters with music are by singing well-known folk songs. We can take a look at that wonderful little book, In Recital of Little Pieces for Little Fingers, Folk Songs. And we can see all kinds of folk songs that have no rest in them, like row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Other ways to instill good rhythm. Oh my gosh, there's so many really good ways. Having students write rhythm on a whiteboard, using the what did I change game, which I'll show you at another time. There's all kinds of great ways to get students to instill rhythm throughout their body. So please subscribe to this channel and you will see lots of wonderful videos to help you and inspire you with your teaching. All my best. Take care.